I had incredibly good judgment. One, I married Jill. And two, I appointed Johnson to the academy. I just want you to know that. Clap for that, you stupid bastard.
I'm prepared to say that I have a record of over 40 years and that I'm going to beat Joe Biden. Look at my record. Come on, man.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize children and accept the president.
Oh boy, here we go. November 7th.
President Biden.
President-elect. President-elect or elected by CNN and all the media?
No.
Because technically,
Definitely.
Trump
I think he was
is still
elected.
the president until January.
He's president-elect, bro. President-elect. But
I don't know.
what the fuck was that? It was like a soap opera.
Yeah,
The numbers were for Trump, and then they're for
then
Biden.
Between
5,000
3 a.m.
here.
and 6 a.m., then the numbers went poof, Biden. Pennsylvania, overnight had 836,000 votes. I guess the ballot fairy came and dropped them off. And what was it? Arizona or Michigan had 136,000 votes within 2 hours overnight between 3 a.m. and 5.
Yeah. I wonder what the percentage of increases were like in short periods of time, which I don't get because it's taking a week to count the votes, right?
Oh yeah.
Now
it's like 3 days.
We had, it started Tuesday.
9 p.m. on the 3rd.
5 days.
9 p.m. They didn't count the votes.
What are you talking about?
That were early votes?
Then you got the early votes. Yeah. See, I didn't even fucking think about that one. But I guess, what was it? Arizona and Michigan decided not to count anything yet. Florida had that shit done and boom. Florida's a very populated state. And they counted early votes, the voting days, and the ballots. Boom. Done.
They're on time. I mean,
on time.
For the state where we get the crazy Florida guy, it's not bad.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Got to give him that credit.
So I listen, I don't even know where to start.
Let's start with how you feel.
No, we're not people from Williamsburg, Brooklyn, or California. I
didn't see any screaming ladies on the lawns. Like, remember when Trump won?
Yeah, that was awesome. Sounded like a zombie.
Yeah. Like those crazies. None of those. Not one.
No.
Nobody suicided themselves. Odd.
Very odd. Very odd that COVID hasn't been a thing since November 3rd. I haven't seen one thing on COVID.
No,
I think yesterday they reported 120,000 different new positive COVID tests.
They just stuck that in real quick on the commercial break.
What was that?
They stuck that in on the commercial break?
Oh, yeah, probably. Well, COVID's going to disappear now.
Oh, yeah, it's done.
I don't know.
We all mentioned, I don't know what episode it was. We said after the elections it'll disappear.
I'm still a little blown away by what's going on. I don't know. It's just I honestly was expecting Trump to win, though.
Let's give each other some time. So, Jack, how you doing? How you been?
Oh, man. Sunshine and palm trees.
Palm trees and sunshine, Jack. Stick to the script.
Not today.
Not today?
So, no, I'm all right. I had a kidney stone since the last episode, so
Did you?
That was fun. Yeah.
Did you pee it out of your vagina yet?
Huh?
Did you pee it out of your vagina yet or no?
It was a little weird, bro, because the pain, believe it or not, the pain wasn't when it was coming through my dick, because that's just, there's a lot of room. But it was in between the kidney and the bladder.
The transformation part.
I felt like I was having a child, bro.
Really?
Every 5 minutes I was sitting down to piss and shit, but I couldn't piss and shit. So apparently that's what pregnant women feel, because my wife was laughing at me when I told her about that.
Come on, man.
Jack had a baby. It's a boy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jack had an anal baby.
I still have it. I saved it.
You saved the kidney stone?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Send it to me so I can put it on our...
You got to bring it to the urologist. See, now we have doctors and things. You got to test shit.
It's got COVID. Know. Your kidney stone's got COVID.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Send it to Biden in the mail.
It was a 5 millimeter.
Crack rock? Yeah.
5 millimeter.
Victor, how's it going?
It's going good. Hanging in there.
Nothing as usual, right?
Nothing as usual. Well, the elections are something.
Yeah, that's good.
I feel like
I'm staring at that for the past week.
You got hit by a bus. You should be good on like. I would want to have.
It hasn't been proven that I was hit by a bus yet, though, and I've been so lazy to like pursue more stuff. I have to take care of that.
Better do it now.
Is there like a statute of limitations on that?
I think it's like 2 years.
Okay, I got time.
I don't think.
In the 23rd month, I'll go out there and say, "Yeah, I got hit by a bus 2 years ago."
Yeah, that's good.
No pictures.
You put the
no
defense
camera.
on.
No, I got pictures. I got everything. I just can't find footage of that. But yeah, we're gonna get into the election. What?
Yeah.
I mean, so we go through some old little facts just so we know that what we're bringing in today. Maybe I don't know.
Sure. I mean, well, I'm gonna give the listeners what's going on right now. As of recording, Biden's got 290 and Donald Trump has 214.
That's fake.
So,
see, I have 279.
I have 279, 240. Listen, if you're gonna use any type of source, you got to use the New York Times. You can't use Fox News. You can't use CNN. They're all George Soros, all fucking.
I'm not doing any of that.
No, I
just threw it into Google.
Well, Google is part of the problem in today's world.
You say that, right? But when I was pissing blood and rocks out my dick, I went to Google and didn't question that shit. All right? So I'm not going to question my president right now.
He's not your president right now. Why do you keep saying... I mean, I don't know if that's a California thing.
No, I'm not going to question... Isn't Donald Trump the president still? I'm not going to question that either.
All right. Where do we begin, boys?
Let's start with election night. I went in and voted.
I
showed
voted.
my ID.
Jack didn't, right?
Yeah, no.
Jack didn't vote, but you're a hypocrite.
It was 63% to 30 something. I wasn't making a dent.
Well, let's look at California. California for Biden is 65.1, and for Donald J. Trump is 33%.
Yeah, go ahead, get mad at me that I didn't throw mine in.
Hey, we would have had 33.01, man.
Yeah, right.
You would have been.
Yeah, California was going to be.
You would have been 4,100,000.
It definitely almost makes me feel like, yeah, regardless of my vote, my state's still one way.
Yeah, I feel you on that, but at the same time, how do I get out of that? Get out of here. You go to New York, man. I mean, everything is pretty much red besides the city. Rochester, Buffalo.
Yeah. They have the most it's population, right? So I can guarantee you a lot of Wall Street voted red.
Oh yeah. I mean, and most of these states, if you look at them, the more populated areas that vote blue. It's the heavy cities.
Yeah, but those are the people that have a lot of money, and that, as you know, New York City has lost over 550,000 residents in the last 5 months.
I mean, AOC didn't want Amazon. So
fuck AOC. I don't even bringing that cunt's name up.
You remember that?
No, I don't remember anything. She's good looking though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she's got those eyes. They're like targets.
Yeah. What do those knees do?
Yeah, so election night, election day, I went to vote around 2:00. I was in and out of there within like 5 minutes.
Yep.
By the way, targets for my penis, not like targets for anything else. Before anybody gets that shit twisted.
I didn't even hear what you said.
All right.
Yeah, I think that one went over my head.
Put that on record.
So I didn't use a Sharpie.
You didn't use a Sharpie. You used the nice pen they provided with the 2020 election, and what do they had? They had the stylus pens.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a stylus pen.
I
it didn't have anything marketed on it though. And then I voted. Well, I fill out my ballot. I walked up to the machine with the lady there. Mm-hmm. I put my big ass 8x15 ballot through this machine. I went home.
Nice.
And then
the countdown
9:00. I was just watching the news from 9:00 till today. I'm actually getting sick and tired of the news.
Yeah. Well, they love it because of the ratings. I knew there wasn't going to be anyone elected by 2, 3 in the morning. But I still, you still like to watch how the news is gonna wrap this up.
So I started watching the results in just simply Googling election 2020, and then there was the Associated Press chart. Right, the Associated Press chart had all the vote counts, the electoral votes, and then each state. But what I realized was that regardless, now I'm going to get into a little bit of a conspiracy here, but regardless of where I looked or how many votes each candidate had, it was always blue. So like an example, let's say Donald Trump was up in New York by 50,000 votes. It was still completely blue.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird. And now even when, so this was probably the most confusing election for me, at least, to follow, because every different news media outlet had different numbers.
All different numbers.
Some places like Associated Press Online, they were indicating it was completely finished, and they were like counting those electoral votes. But then you go to the news and it was like, yeah, it's only 80% vote complete. So it was really weird.
I think the numbers are not matching up. I think there's way too many people that voted. I mean, it's not that big of an argument. Well, it's not that big of an argument, but you would think Barack Obama ran in 2012, right?
Yeah.
Well, 2008, but 2012 as well. You would think having the first black American president, like everybody would vote.
Nope.
Everybody's going to be on the ballot. Everyone's going in. Everyone's voting. He only tallied up to 65.9 million votes. You got Hillary Clinton, the first female to be that close to fucking taste of being a president. 65.8 million votes. And now you have Joe Biden totaled at 74.8 million votes.
Yeah, there was big turnout. Even for Trump, there was the biggest turnout he's ever had. The numbers were they're escalated, but they're escalated on both ends. So this is where I look at that and I say, no, there's much more people involved in this election than there was for both Hillary and Obama. And that's because how much the media for 4 years has been pushing that Trump is not supposed to be the president. He's this guy that's in there with China and Korea and Russia. Russiagate for fucking 4 years. So all of this bullshit that's been going on nonstop, hitting on the fact that, and it's never been like that before. It's never been so much against the president while the president's there. Because when Obama's up, like, you got Fox News that's every once in a while writing a hit piece. So anyway, moving on. Then you have people like Michelle Obama coming out and saying, vote like your life. What was that quote that she was like, vote like your life depends on it, or some shit like that?
No idea.
All right. Well, I'm going to Google it right now, but they
got to fact check you. I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, she does say it 3 weeks ago. Vote like your life depends on it.
Vote like your life.
Vote for Biden like your life depends on it.
So straight up, like, if you vote for Trump, you're not only going to cause the death of people, but you're signing yourself up for it too.
Well, there you go. You have to consider this. So I think Biden was the vice president. Can't forget that. It's not like he's new to this, right?
Yeah, 47 years.
So the next 4 years are going to look like an Obama presidency. I can guarantee you he's going to follow Obama's kind of path. He's going to follow the same path.
Do you think he's going to do anything?
I do. No. So we have to remember, one person can only influence this a little bit. It's the Senate, right? So the Senate, basically, right now, it's 50-50. It's still going to be. It's another thing. I don't think Trump. Yes, if Trump, I don't know if it's official that he lost or not.
No, it's not official.
Whatever it is,
100%
if Trump
not official.
does lose, we will still see Trump policy for the next X amount of years, at least. Unless the Republican Senate decides to just get rid of it. But these are the things that we don't understand as citizens.
Right.
Yeah, so real quick.
We only understand it from a high level.
Just to throw that in there. That the projections are not predicted by media outlets. So we're just throwing that in there. No matter what the news is going to tell you, no matter what social media is going to tell you, The only thing that is official is come on the Electoral College casting when they vote in December 14, 2020. And then when they announced it, joined by the Congress in January 6th. So for now, nothing is official. You want to prematurely parade in the street and do whatever. I know the Falcons did that when they went against the Patriots in Super Bowl. They were up 21-3, and then the Patriots came back and destroyed them. I would just, everyone keep it down, keep it simple, don't go crazy. Trust me, there's time. There is time. Like we already got, I think Georgia is doing a recount. They had to mention it yesterday. So Georgia will now recount all the ballots again.
Mm-hmm. It's an automatic rule. If it's within 0.5, you can just ask for a recount and they'll do it for you.
Yeah, and Georgia's been a red.
That's why Georgia's the only one doing it.
And Georgia's been a red state.
Everyone else was doing it. You better believe they'd be doing double the work right now.
Yeah, and Georgia's been a red state since 1996. And I believe Trump was killing Georgia, and now Biden's up by, what does it look like, 8,000 to 9,000?
Yeah, but they started counting the mail-in. The mail-ins are going to be mostly fucking blue tickets, bro.
Do you think? Is that true?
I am pretty... Okay, the only reason that I don't think so is because the majority of people that can't go in and vote are people that risk COVID, so older people, and older people tend to be a little bit more conservative.
But let alone, remember...
only reason that
remember, CDC put out a thing saying you can go and vote. COVID will not be effective.
No, I don't. I didn't see that.
That was the day of the election, November 3rd.
Okay. I don't know. The CDC was having problems.
You got to admit, COVID is, it's got to be. It was all for this. They figured out some type of pandemic just for this day. We're clever. Watching it.
It's clever. Pandemic. I like it.
I don't know. It's interesting. So, PA was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Although PA is a blue state. I think they were only red in 2016. Yeah. PA was a red state when Trump was going against Hillary. Right. Which, if anybody was going to win against Trump, I would assume Hillary would have won, not Biden. I mean, the guy doesn't know where he is. The guy's a Muppet. I don't even think he's gonna be. If he does be president, I give it 6 months after that, and then Kamala is gonna. They're gonna say Sleepy Joe is no longer fit to be president for duty.
I think they're gonna force Biden out. That's my prediction. That the Democratic Party is gonna hold him as long as he works, but then the second that he starts to look a little weird on TV and he starts to look like obviously out of his element, they're gonna impeach him and invoke that shit that they're gonna be like, well, he's not fit for duty, and they're just gonna remove him themselves and put Kamala up.
That's if once again he becomes president. I think it's January 14th or the 16th.
So that's my what I see. I see him winning for the party, but then switching them two out because he's not good. He's not okay.
Arizona was another interesting state.
What was going on there? I wasn't following Arizona, which, by the way, I would assume is a red state. I mean, they like their guns, right?
Well, right now it's really blue.
Arizona's been a red state since 2000. They only voted one time as a blue state in 96 for Bill's second term, Bill Clinton's. Other than that, Arizona's always been red. That's another thing which I don't understand.
He's up by he lost by 20,000 votes right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. It's
What do you think about that number? Do you think that's a big number?
19,000.
What makes me what makes me conspiracize about all this is how super close it was.
Yeah.
But at the same time, how it's projected to be like a landslide by the media. So you're looking at these maps here and these graphs, and you're like, all right, he's down 20,000 votes. Based on the population, there should be a percentage. But right now, if I look at this map, it's completely blue.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I get it. It doesn't necessarily indicate, it's not 100% accurate, right?
No.
It doesn't really mean anything. But
no, it doesn't.
In a sense, it kind of does because you're kind of manipulating the population. You're making me think that it's over.
Yeah, they pay good
I don't
money.
even, but I think at the same time, like, what is it? What does it mean though? What does that mean that they're doing that? Like, what does it mean that they have Biden over Trump? Can it influence anything going forward? Unless there's a lawsuit. I get it. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's weird why they're doing that. Well, I get why they're doing it, but it's just they're getting away with it.
You watch that?
Are they? But are they getting away with it? That's the thing. If you click on every little state. New York, only 84% estimated votes reported. Pennsylvania, only not only, but 98%. Arizona, 97%. Those 3% could be a lot.
I know that, but they're so close.
Right.
Yeah. Like I said, I think the media is, how did I refer to that? It's like boiling cold water. So right now it's cold, everything, it's whatever. But once the water starts...
I don't remember it changing, though. I never remember, like...
Well, listen, in 2000, George Bush and Al Gore had the same thing. Al Gore won the electorals and everything. And then they went back into Florida, they recounted, and George Bush ended up winning. 2000. So, it's possible. Like Alaska. Alaska's
what
up.
What did he win by, though?
Alaska's up by 33%. Why aren't they just giving... Donald Trump Alaska? Like, what is the wait on Alaska? Are you waiting for like the 6 penguins and the polo fucking bear to come? Like, yeah, Alaska's never been blue, and it never will be blue. So I don't know what they're waiting for. That's the thing I don't get. Might as well just make Alaska red, give Trump his 3 points. It'll be 217 to 279. They're recounting Georgia. North Carolina is also a red state. They were only blue in 2008, and that's when Obama ran. So that tells you a little something.
Would you contest Pennsylvania? Because if you contest Pennsylvania, then you have a chance for Trump to win.
Yeah, that's the only way he can win.
Yeah,
he would need Pennsylvania, Georgia,
he would need
Arizona, and Nevada.
Yeah, he's going to need Pennsylvania.
Far. I don't know. It was close, but now that I'm looking at this map,
Nevada's a 50-50. They've been red and blue. They only been blue for the Obama elections and 20.
Listen, that area has a lot of issues with his immigration policies.
Oh yeah,
yeah, because they don't have to deal with it as
that's part
Americans.
of the problem.
If you're living in Vegas, come on, let's be for real now. You probably got a lot of money. You're not worried about someone taking your construction.
Yeah, you are
job.
worried about it though, because what percentage of your employees?
They'll be worried soon. Well, yeah. Well,
exactly.
then.
Well, if you're, let's just say you're a casino owner, and 80% of your employees are being, deported from the country. Not that that's right or not that it's wrong. Honestly,
well,
obviously they're going to want to stop that so they can profit from it. Listen, there's a saying, right? The man who controls.
Come on, man.
There's a man who controls the people. There's a man who controls the money. The man who controls the money controls them all.
Right.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, if there's policies in place that are impacting someone's profit, they're going to vote for that to stop.
True. Very true. And lest we forget, Joe Biden was the one that was going and having these conversations with the credit card companies, and that was the last I heard. The credit card companies and the money from the Ukraine with his son Hunter Biden, and the ties to the richest female mayor giving his son a couple $1 million. Like,
I have incredibly good judgment.
Yeah.
1, I married Jill, and 2, I appointed Johnson to the academy. I just want you to know that.
Yeah, and the biggest scandal they were able to find Trump on is that he paid fucking $200 1 year in taxes. So who's got the money? Who's playing with more money, really?
I don't even know why that would matter. What Trump pays for his taxes, like it really.
It's just a thing they need to.
If I was able to do that, I would do it. I'm sure any other American would do the same thing.
Every single one.
Exactly. So how can you criticize someone for that? It's hypocritical. But who is criticizing?
Right. I don't know, man. We were talking about the COVID and what's going on with the election. And so there's an article here from the Daily Mail. Missouri election official with COVID-19 who broke quarantine to work at the polling place on election day dies after some 2,000 people voted there.
Oh, God.
So
how old was she? 90? Was she had diabetes?
I don't know why you know it's a she.
I think you said she, didn't you? Or did you say a poll worker? Jack, I don't even know where you're bringing this show right now.
Yeah, huh?
All right. We're talking about elections and this, I don't know.
No, we were talking about the COVID and I'm just jumping back because I saw this article pop up. I figured it'd be interesting.
And where did you get it?
Daily Mail, which is...
What the fuck is Daily Mail?
Trash.
Yeah, stop. You're making us look bad.
So what do you a news station? This is fucking entertainment.
What do you think?
Let me get my fucking news from Hillary Duff. How about that?
She's still alive.
Yeah, she's good looking too. She's an.
What do you guys think this is going to be? So if you're going to use 2000 to compare, do you think that? Because it seems like even though in 2000 they won Florida, still kind of changed. It was still close.
Well, Gore won Florida at first.
Yeah, but it was what, 250? If you subtract 271 minus 25, it's
goddamn fucking 47.
248, 248, 247, something like that.
47.
271 minus 25.
I remember that one. That was a good fucking
246. So it was 246 to 266. That's close.
Mm-hmm.
Is a recount going to even make President Trump win?
No.
Well, the thing is, look, you know the thing, right? No, I'm kidding.
You know the thing.
One, we got to get all the states to give in their final thing. Then we can go from there. But there have been, I don't know how true, how factual it is, but there's been videos of people shredding ballots inside that have been counting ballots. There's videos of how there's supposed to be one Democrat, one Republican per table counting ballots. Meanwhile, they're just, out of 15 workers, I think 12 are Democrats and 3 are Republicans. So there are shady shit going on. And they will get to the bottom of it. I know it will. That's why I'm not stressing about this. This is nothing. This is just the media doing what they do best, putting fear in everyone, making everything seem all right. They're like little kids that just not get in their way.
So, all right, let's right now, as of right now, the New York Times has the count as 279 to 214.
Yes.
Arizona, Alaska, Georgia, and North Carolina are both grayed out. So let's just put a scenario where he wins North Carolina, Trump. So we have 214 plus.
I'm pretty
15,
sure.
That puts him at 229. If he wins Georgia, it's another 16, which puts him at 245.
And Alaska for sure, which is 3.
Alaska plus 3 is 248. And then Arizona for 11. It's 259. Still loses.
Yes, but here's the thing. Michigan and Minnesota. Wisconsin.
Yeah, Michigan, Wisconsin, and
Wisconsin
PA.
and Michigan are gonna end up doing. He's trying to go to court. Not trying. He already has the papers and all that for Michigan. So Michigan's gonna end up doing a recount, and they're gonna do the recount fairly. So that's 16 votes right there. That's 16 electoral votes. That's a big number. I think PA is going to stay blue. I don't know why people are stressing. I think PA has always been blue. They're just going to stay blue. Even though it's just hard to fathom that the guy throughout the whole country has been doing rallies with 40,000 plus people. 96 miles of just Trump fucking train cars and everything. And he's losing by this much? Makes no sense.
Well, he's losing right now by 38,000 votes.
That's not
a
lot.
It's not. It's a small margin. So it's 49.64 to 49.9. It's less than 1%.
They did have some votes from people from 1902, which
That's
would make them, 118 years old. They do
Is the
have
person still alive?
duplicates. And the thing is, like I said, we said this before, how I could have voted in person and send the mail in. When are you going to check out the duplicates? When's that going to come into effect?
They have if you do it like online, not online.
There's no, you're not voting from online. You're either mailing it in or you're going in person.
There was a person that tried to do that, and one of their votes got fucking canceled, and it was in the news because it was a person that was trying to claim voter fraud, but then they investigated it, and he was just lying just to spread the rumor that it's as easy as you say, but he had his fucking ballot canceled, and that's why.
Yeah, but
it was Sharpie
how does
Gate.
that
Something
happen?
about Sharpie Gate. You guys were talking about Sharpies earlier.
Well, I think Sharpies were debunked.
Yeah, hard.
I don't think that was an issue.
No. But he was trying to claim that his shit was canceled because he used a Sharpie. And in reality, it was actually canceled because he had already voted in person. So his paper ballot didn't his
See,
he had
that's the
already
thing.
voted
Are they
with the mail-in.
scanning these paper ballots?
See, I don't know how they.
in?
I don't know how they would know that though, because
Exactly.
you have a voter's registration.
Yeah.
I don't remember my voter's registration being on that card.
You
on
know
the
what I'm
ballot.
saying.
Right. So how do they know you don't vote twice?
I have no idea. And by the way, California also had those licenses that allowed you to vote even if you weren't a U.S. citizen a couple of years
so
ago.
New York has the same thing too.
Yeah.
It's a municipal ID. So
And
I don't know if you can
California
register to
took
vote
away-
without a municipal ID because they look up your voter registration with your ID.
Right.
Yeah, but some people weren't looking at IDs or nothing. I know
That happened in
personally.
2000. To me, that happened in 2016. I didn't show an ID.
Yeah, I know people. I won't mention names because I don't want to get them involved. But I know a lot of people that they just walked in. They said their name. They gave them the paper, a pen. They voted and got a sticker. Who do you know?
That was this year.
This year, yes.
Yeah, that happened. That was me in 2016.
And in California, correct me if I'm wrong. I said it last week on the show. There was no in-person voting. Everything was through mail. Everything was through mail. So the whole city. So you could have. God only knows what's. I mean, but then again, it's a blue state. Who cares?
I mean, yeah, California is
you know what
not
I mean?
relevant. It's the swing states that matter the most when it comes to like these close. What they call them, razor thin. I love the terminology the media uses. Razor thin.
Biden just won by 50,000 in Pennsylvania. Michigan by what? Look at this. Doing the math here, just under 100,000.
Well, 100's a big number.
It is. But Michigan is also the one reported the most fraud out of, I think, all the states. So
Did they it was actually reported?
yes. The Trump administrations have, I think, 3 states already that are going to have to testify in court and swear on the oath. Which I'm pretty sure that's going to be a big game changer.
So how fast is this going to happen though? Is this what the focus
Well, we
of
have
the next?
we have until January, or really December. What did I say? December 14th. But ultimately until January. So if he can get all the evidence, and he's got a hotline that you just call, give your name, this and that, what happened. Obviously, you need proof in court. Nothing is hearsay. We'll see. Like I said, I'm not stressing. I still believe that we will have at least a fair vote count again. I am going to screenshot all these numbers because I'm crazy in the head like that, and then we'll see what happens in December because I want to see the big difference.
Yeah, I mean, assuming there is one. Even if let's just look at it this way.
Okay, yeah, I like where you're going. Biden wins, you're saying, right?
Yeah.
I think we should all have a say.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get one.
Yeah, so Biden wins, right?
Biden wins. All right. What does that mean for Trump supporters?
Nothing. I don't think if Biden wins, I don't think Trump supporters are gonna tear down the city.
No.
I don't think Trump supporters are gonna cry about it. Like,
there was that one guy though.
There's always one. Well, you gotta look at it like this. I think we're gonna be in a, and like you said, it might take time to see everything play in if Biden does get to become the president, which he's not at this time. I do think there's gonna be a lot of I think if he does get sworn in on January, I think businesses are gonna probably go down a lot. Because I heard from, media, he wants to close down the states. He wants to end COVID once and for all, which I think Trump's
he can't do that. He just can't do that.
Who knows?
I feel like that's a false claim.
Who knows, man? All the blue
How
states.
can one person do that?
What do you mean? If they can fucking enforce, if they can enforce curfew, what's stopping them from enforcing?
Do we remember that
law?
we live in the United States? Martial law is unconstitutional. One.
It could happen.
Two, one person. It can happen, but is a pandemic grounds for martial law?
I mean, if not a pandemic,
let's define Boston bombing martial law. We have to use martial law in the right context here. Martial law gives the government the right to break in your door and search your house. And there's a pandemic. Well, you can't declare martial law for a pandemic because whether or not someone in your house has fucking COVID shouldn't impact or give the right for the government to come in your house and do anything with that.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's just take a step back because I want you to get a little bit of a better idea of what martial law is, at least from the perspective of, let's say, the military. Martial law just allows us to go on to allows the military to go onto civilian, like into the streets and make sure that, like, for instance, if there is a curfew, that people are maintaining that curfew.
But you also have the right to go into that house.
Yeah, but I mean, so does the police if they believe if you have something that going on inside. I mean, no one, you can't just say no one's allowed in my house. No, if I hear screaming in your house and I'm just a fucking civilian, I am well within my right to break down your door and make sure that whatever's going on inside, no one is in serious danger. Just as a fucking civilian, just a stranger could do that.
Jack is looking for a civilian arrest.
But I'm just saying, like, it's not. The military's not looking to break down the doors.
They're just going to be looking to enforce.
In your house, then that's what they're going to be used for. Stay in your house.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be breaking. Don't get too in depth with the martial law. I don't think any of that would happen. I do think that he will close businesses, try to stop this once and for all. This pandemic. Make it look like he's the hero, even though there's nothing to fear because the fucking survival rate is 99.999.
And for the record, I'm not for that shit. I'm just saying when people hear martial law, there's this no, it's just a shutdown. It's just you're using military as cops because you don't have enough cops to patrol all the streets. That's it. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to call in the military for a pandemic.
They weren't calling them in for the pandemic. They were calling them in for the riots.
They'll call in National Guard, which is the same shit.
But right now we're talking about the pandemic.
Yeah. So you're telling me if he wants to...
There's no reason. If he wants to shut down the country, there's no reason, for one, he should have the right to do that.
100%.
Right?
That's why we live in this great country.
Where are we drawing the line between socialism?
Well, they want socialism. That's what they want. They're all about socialism.
I don't know. Well, he's not making new rules and he's not breaking the rules. Those are the rules. Those have been the rules. So it's not like we're reaching. It's just something that's not used very often because the last time something like this happened was the fucking Spanish flu and no one's been alive since then. Like, this is something totally fucking new, but we're running on old rules.
I agree, but you have to understand, you can't just shut down your economy.
I agree with you. I don't think that as a mega country, you shouldn't be shutting down shit.
You can't, but it's happening. Como shut down New York City a long time, man. Dude, look at Westchester, Nassau, Suffolk County, upstate.
But now you guys are better, right?
After a month,
now your numbers are lower, right?
I spit at it. After 2 months into COVID, they said, what? No way. Start opening things back up. Blah, blah, blah. New York City, what is it? 2 in every 5 businesses have shut down? Permanently.
Oh, there has been definitely some irreparable damage. Definitely, 100%. But if you look at how many people have fucking died from this shit, I mean,
240,000 out of 350 million people. People die from drinking and driving.
A little lighter.
What about the crackheads on the streets that OD every day? What do you got? Like 12 of them in New York City that OD just in fucking Manhattan? Come on. Crack is killing more people than COVID.
I don't know. Last I checked, it was a couple 100,000 people in the last 6 months.
So, all right. I think we've established the first step that Biden would take would close down.
I would like to fact check Jack on that because he has no facts on that.
But at the same time, if you really looked at the Obama administration versus the Trump administration, there really wasn't that much of a significant difference as far as the economy goes. So, like, you know, the only thing that changed from, let's say, 2012 to 2019, median income went from 55,000 to 63, right? There was an indication of new job strength, mostly attributed to job growth.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of attributes to the tax breaks that corporations got. All right, check. There was a little bit of growth there, but it wasn't anything more significant than what Obama did during his presidency. Unemployment. I don't think unemployment's a good indicator of anything. One, because it's people who file for unemployment doesn't actually indicate who is unemployed.
True.
But at the same time,
now, of course, unemployment's way higher than it was in 2017 because of the pandemic. So you have to, if you go up to 2018, it was basically static from 4% to 4.7% in 2007 to 4% in 2019.
And remember, it's only up because of the pandemic.
Right now it is.
No choice. Everyone had to collect unemployment. The numbers look bad on Trump's part if you're counting that.
No, I'm not counting that.
No, I know.
What I'm saying is that there was no significant difference between Trump and Obama as far as unemployment.
I don't know.
So the next is the stock market, right? Stock market increased 250, however many points. I don't have the actual number here. But
on the plus
side. That was what?
Basically saying on a plus side, it increased.
It was on a plus side, but it was also it was already on the plus side with Obama. So you can't credit Trump so much for the stock market increase. Right? And then Trump did increase the government debt ridiculously amount. More than it was when we were at the war, during the war.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's crazy, right? I think the last person to have an actual surplus was Clinton. It was like 17 trillion or something like that. But, you know, the corporate taxes increased the government debt. I personally haven't seen the huge, I haven't seen Trump's come down to my level, I guess, of society. Like, whatever it is that he did do, I don't think I've either benefited from it or experienced it. I think where I live, same thing with you, Jack, we're kind of neutral in this because of our economies in our cities.
Yeah.
You know, I would expect Michigan to be red state because of the automotive industry. That whole area is like it was called the something belt. Now it's called the Rust Belt.
It was the Bible Belt.
Was it the Bible Belt? No, it was manufacturing. So I forgot where the car manufacturing.
Never mind.
Jack just throws shit in there.
Yeah.
Michigan was, Detroit was the automotive city, right?
Yes, Detroit.
Chrysler.
That's how you sound.
Alaska is going to be red because of oil. We all understand that.
They always been red.
But Florida, listen, Trump won Florida from, generally he always wins Florida, but he had a lot of Hispanic votes.
Which is weird because I know a lot of Hispanics in Colorado that really don't like him.
Well, the Cubans, you have to kind of link it back to, it was a lot of Cubans, and they come from communism. They do not like socialism because it's basically one of the same thing, right?
Right.
Just labeled a little differently. They all believe that Biden is a socialist. I mean,
that, and there's like no rules in Florida.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, stories you hear about the drugs, guns, and all the dirty shit that goes on down there, there's like no rules.
I think there's going to be a civil war.
No.
I think we're on the brink of a civil war. I think there's such a huge tension between far left, far right, all this political ideologies. I think there's definitely.
Well, listen, I know as a veteran, Jack as a veteran, since Trump's been in, I think we can establish that he was trying to make peace, not war.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Biden does get elected, it's only a matter of time until we go searching for oil and everything else, and go back into war. So.
The Middle East is going to be fucking open season all over again.
Oh well, now I don't know because you have to remember now Russia's there.
Yeah, well, that's going to start something.
People forget about that. There's a lot of eyes being on Syria and the whole Middle East.
True. Yeah, didn't Obama give that up? Gave away Crimea. No,
that was Trump. Trump pulled out of Crimea, and then he had to they're like you can't do that. You have to go back.
That's weird. I thought that was Obama.
That was Trump. Obama.
Obama
in
had
4
a lot
years.
of
Obama
missiles.
dropped like
26,000
triple the amount of bombs than Trump did.
Yeah. And locked up those kids from Mexico, even though they tried blaming it on Obama. That was a Clinton and Obama thing.
Listen, when it gets to that, what do you expect to do with these kids if you're not like necessarily locking them up?
It happened in 2014. It was Obama.
No, they recently did. It was recent. It was more recent.
Oh, okay. I guess Russia pulled out, and then we came in because in
or was it Crimea or the Kurdistans? Maybe I'm confusing.
I think you're thinking about something else.
It was the same scenario, though. I think it was the Kurds, actually. Kurds. I don't know. Truthfully, I really don't think it'll impact us as much.
I don't think there's going to be a civil war. No, you just said we're going to have a civil war.
I know. I think there's going to be eventually there's going to be some sort of civil war. There's way too many sides. The spectrum is too far from each other.
I will say this. Regardless of who deserves the presidency, Biden winning was the least violent outcome that we were going to get. Even if Trump won by a landslide and there was absolutely zero doubts that he should have been president and there was no questions about ballot count and whatever, there would have still been a fuck ton of violence in the streets.
Yeah.
I agree.
But violence.
But there's also a lot of
essential people.
Right now, the rioters are like, "What do we do? Should we?
What do we do?
We going? Should we not?
Dance? Do we go to Williamsburg and grab one of the Tecate shots and a can for $5? What are we doing?" Like I said, I'm for whatever as long as it's done fair. I'm not an extremist over here.
But there's a lot of extremists out there. It's worrisome,
there is,
to be honest.
But they're already red.
I'm not gonna lie. Those far right extremists, the militias and shit like that. That shit's a little uncalled for.
Yeah, but
they're a little scarier too.
And no matter where you are, there's gonna be a little extremist here and there. But let's put facts down. In Washington, Oregon, now in Philadelphia, we got people destroying businesses, and it's not coming from the right. That's not a right wing agenda.
I completely agree with you.
Those are.
I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I'm not a left wing person at all.
Wait, that's shit that's going on right now.
It's gonna be funny
Oregon
too
just
because
declared,
it's like
state of emergency. I think
it's like, oh, Biden wins. Let's go to the bar. What bar, dude? That shit was blown up 8 months ago. You don't remember that? Me and you, we threw a Molotov cocktail in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, let's go to
that's what
CVS.
we're
Oh, we
supporting.
can't go to CVS. All right. Well, how about the 7-Eleven? They got to be open, right? It's 7-Eleven, right? Nope. That's shut down too. Everything's boarded up, Jack. Chad.
New York City is all boarded up.
Yeah. New York
Crazy.
City
It's
is,
like a war
I've been
zone.
seeing them board up everything.
I feel like Portland just wants to riot. Like they're not really there for anything.
The National Guard is there,
I think
though,
the whole West Coast, no offense, should just be flatlined and we should just build back up. That's just my opinion.
Nah, this is much more entertaining. Speaking of entertainment, don't you think it's a little strange how the numbers kept going back and forth though in the way that they did?
Yeah.
It was the crazy because I looked down on my phone and I'm like, oh, okay, well, Trump only needs to win this. And then I'm looking at fucking my articles pop up like crazy on notifications. No, he's up, he's down, he's up, he's down, he's up, he's down. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this.
Trump has never
I'm over this.
took the lead, by the way.
Huh?
They never gave Trump the lead on these electoral votes. They waited until Biden confirmed and all that. So just to put that out there too.
Yeah. Do you think they went up to Biden and
they never
like,
said,
look, sir, these are the numbers? And he was like, okay.
No, I'm just saying. Oh, my mouse froze.
Give it to him. Give it to him.
No, I'm just saying when the electoral started, everything was blue before they were red. And then when the red started to fill up, they would fill up more blues, you know?
As the numbers were counting, it was blue. Like even regardless if Trump was ahead, it was still blue. But I don't understand now. I don't understand how this works though, because like the New York Times here has a check mark next to Biden. Did he win or did he not win? Because it's like
technically he's the winner because there's no way for Trump to come back and win. But that is the winner through a media.
So PA, it's only 98% complete.
Yes, and it's not that. It's 38,000. They're only up 38,000. Which, by the way, just to give you guys a heads up, Trump was up 836,000 votes just the other day. See, this is where it's like, come on.
Yeah, it's
I know
weird,
PA is a blue
weird.
state, but overnight, I mean, first
people
of all,
should really focus on that because if they can manipulate the elections as much as they do, they're all sitting there thinking their vote counts. Yeah, not really. The man is sitting there making their vote count.
Exactly.
So you guys don't think that there was just a way that they counted it? That's just how, like, they were just making two piles, like Trump pile, Biden pile, and then
I think
PA
is going to be
really big.
I think Pennsylvania is going to be a flip state. It's going to be blue. We're not getting that back. But I do think.
Let me see what you're looking at. Share that shit.
We're going to win North Carolina, Georgia, Alaska, and then Michigan for the recount. And then I think Arizona should be red. It's always probably pretty much been a red state. It's been a red state since 2000. Like I said, Arizona, the only time it's been a blue state was Bill Clinton's second term, which was in 1996.
Mm-hmm.
So I have faith. Good wins at the end.
Maine. No one cares about Maine.
Sexual relations with that woman.
Yep.
Vermont. New Hampshire. So these random states that no one really gives a shit about.
Jack, just Google New York Times electoral map 2020.
New York Times electoral
See,
map.
I didn't go to college.
pay
I'm
for
teaching
it,
college kids. Love it.
What?
I just Google everything, bro.
Make sure
College
it
is
says
not
New
a
York
thing anymore.
Times.
College is just how well you can like search for things.
College is just a
And you-
spend
That's
money.
another fucking legacy system they're getting rid of with this COVID shit. You notice?
College, yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Basically, your degree is fucking pointless.
Let me tell you something. When this pandemic hit, I was looking into stocks, and I found a stock for online schooling. I'm not gonna give the name. The thing was at like $1.46, and I was like, oh, should I just buy $500 or $1,000 worth? Because I just feel like online is gonna be. The thing is up to like $32. I just want to let you know I just lost about $25,000 that I could have made in 5 months.
Mm-hmm. Ballpark.
Yep, that's why I drink right now.
Oh my God. I'm looking at these numbers. How do these numbers even work? They go up and down on the same. This doesn't make any. All right. So for you guys playing the home game, New York Times, elections results. Some of these fucking line graphs don't make any sense. They go up and down when they're supposed to be going across.
Yeah, this one, it goes vertical.
Yeah. I've never seen a graph like that. That's fucking. It's a bar graph / fucking line.
And that was the first. That was the first graph to come, and that was between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m.
Yeah.
When working people that voted red are sleeping because they got work in the morning. But check it out. Look, on it was Wednesday or Thursday. Biden for Pennsylvania had 2.4 million votes. Trump had 3,018,569. The next day, Biden has 3.3 million, and Trump has 3.3 million. But Biden took the lead by 38,000. How the fuck is that possible? If you can count all those votes overnight, then why couldn't we just have the decision on the 4th?
Exactly. It's exactly my question here, because it's like,
get out of here.
Yeah, it's fucking conspiracy.
I don't know what Pennsylvania's doing.
What are we gonna label this conspiracy?
I just don't want to be that guy that listen. And I'm not one to label everything a conspiracy theory, but I do think if I have to label something, it's definitely these elections. Vote Trump 2020, Pennsylvania.
I still really
didn't Biden go to the funeral of the KKK leader?
Bidens have said, and I love it too. I don't know if that's true. I would tell Jack to check it, but everything Jack comes out with is from daily mob news, and God only knows where that's coming from.
Yeah, it's the anti-vaccine.
But I do know that a lot of people say Trump is racist, and I have still yet to hear. But I've heard over 3 videos that Biden's a racist. Clear videos. He made fun of the workers of 7-Eleven. He's wanted all the brothers out there locked up back when he ran back then. I have the thing. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to publicize it, but you can do your own homework. I'm not your fucking mom. I'm not going to do your homework for you.
He's had a lot of gaffes.
He's had a lot of gaffes. He ran for president twice and got denied.
He plagiarized his first time around, 1988.
Yes, he's cheated, and the second time he was called a racist. And now he's fine. He's good. Yeah, Kamala. Yeah, it's great.
There was one.
Kamala's not even black, right? What is she? Indian and some type of Asian.
It's Jamaican, I think.
Yeah, all right. Me know about Jamaican when I see one. All right, man. Bomba clock batty boy.
She's who I'm worried about, dude. She is definitely who I'm worried about. I'm not worried about Biden.
Well, Biden's a puppet.
Biden ain't shit. Yeah.
Biden's like the kid that gets married at 14 years old and doesn't know what he's doing and stays with the same girl. She just has him as a puppet.
Come on, man.
Yeah, take a sign.
Come on, man.
All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
I'm prepared to say that I have a record of over 40 years and that I'm going to beat Joe Biden. Look at my record.
Look at his record. 47 years, nothing. You think he's really going to do something in 2020 to 2024? We're going to go to war, boys. So if you're looking to re-enlist,
with you, only because I think it's absolutely hilarious. In where is it? 2019 at the Asian and Latino Coalition, Joe Biden said, "Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids."
Yeah.
It's you can't iron that much racism.
All men and women created.
We choose science over fiction. We choose truth over facts.
That video right there where he's pointing at his temples, that's his little racist rant.
I guess, what does it say here? He's quoted as saying, "I do not buy the concept popular in the 60s, which is said, we have to suppress the black man for 300 years. Joe Biden again on integrating schools, which he opposed vehemently in the late 70s. Yeah, I don't know. He's a confusing guy.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he said that.
That's fucking crazy.
That's great. But Trump's the racist.
On the Breakfast Club, I think he said that.
I love it, man.
He was on the Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
And it's funny,
that's
man.
Why he won.
Could we play a little game? I'm not gonna play the fucking tunes or anything. I just thought, like, how do you know someone's a Trump supporter? I mean, a Biden supporter. Because it's funny, you already know, man. I mean, they got the man buns, the yuppie look, the mom and dad still helping them out. They're 35, 36 years old. The person who wears a mask alone in the car ride. I mean, these are fucking. You already know, and it's crazy.
The mask in the car, that's a big one. That's
I laugh. I literally lower the window while I'm smoking my cigarette and laugh, and I look at them too, and I shake my head. It's funny. It's hilarious. I don't know if they don't have an older brother, their parents never really taught them anything, or they just, everything the news says is yes. Okay, yeah, the news said this. Okay, yeah, yep. That's what we got to do. But these are the same people that will hit acid, try shrooms, but fear meat. What? You're eating a burger? Are you crazy? And then 4 hours later at a bar, dude, you want to try some acid? Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? It's kind of.
I feel like a lot of it is college kids. Like, I feel like a lot of them are, and I mean kids, not because I'm in college right now, but I'm not a kid. You know, so I know what bills are and shit.
Well, yeah, you know what bills are. I have
a different perspective.
You're an older kid.
I'm an older kid, but some of these kids, dude.
Well, like, Victor brought it up. I mean, you gotta. Hey, the young vote definitely did vote for Biden, but did they vote for Biden because they are conscious and they know what they're talking about, or did their teacher just fucking put that shit in their head? Trump's the devil. Trump's a racist.
Teacher put it in their head.
Don't vote for Trump.
Teacher definitely put it in their head.
Well, plus, I mean, look, we as parents, we trust our kids to go to school and to learn from these people. So, I mean, I'm not placing blame in where these people get their points of views, but I just think if you should be allowed to own a weapon, you should be allowed to drink. If 18 is that number, then you should be educated at the age of 18 in things like bills and shit like that. So I think it's a failure.
Yeah, but some people are not brought up the same.
Their kids. Huh?
Some people are not brought up the same.
No, but bills are equal, right? We all got bills. Who doesn't have bills?
You'd be surprised, man. The people in the blue states don't have bills because mommy and daddy pays for everything.
Or the government pays for them.
Or the government. That's what they want. They want a bigger government. They want to be able to party, do acid, chill out, and the government's going to pay all of us $36,000 a year. That's it. We're all worth $36,000 a year. A doctor will get paid the same as a lawyer, and a lawyer will get paid same as a sanitation worker.
You know what? I don't even think that was really a popular view, because if it was, I think Yang would have took it. But
he wanted to tax meat.
Gang.
Yeah, but he was the one doing the universal income. Yeah, he wanted that.
Yeah, but
that wasn't going to win.
Fuck that.
I think he has a good understanding of where his party is, because the Democrats are going to need to change how they are viewed by everyone, not just the people that voted for them. They're going to need to really change it up, because people on both sides, Republican, Democrat, look at the Democratic Party like there's a lot of corruption there. There's a lot of influence from the media. There's a lot of influence in the media from that party. There's a lot of distrust in that party. If they want to keep it for another 8 years, let's say, because they, in my opinion, they got it for at least the next 4. But if they want it for the next 8, they're going to really need to fucking change up.
Victor brought up a good point, too. Just like George Sr. George Sr. ran. He only did 4 years. He didn't get reelected a second term. But then his son came in
and took it.
But so you never know.
4 years, Trump could come back.
Or little Don Jr., baby.
Yeah. As long as it's not Eric. Eric, he just stays fucking up on camera.
I think all the Trumps are.
Yeah,
but then if you look at the Trump family and you look at the Biden family, I mean, there is a big difference, man.
Yeah,
it's huge. You got a meth addict.
It's huge.
Rest in peace to he's got a couple kids that passed. They don't really, you could judge a lot by someone's family. You really can. Let's be honest. I mean, it is what it is.
Somebody posted, Trump, you're fired.
Yeah, no, I've been seeing that all day.
It's
He's not
funny.
fired. I just love it. He's not fired.
I know. I'm just saying that's kind of funny. Damn, that must be embarrassing for the whole thing.
Well, in Johnny Depp news, Warner Brothers fired him.
Blonde
Did they?
in the sun. And the kids used to come up and
Depp.
reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Come on, man. That's not. There's no way that was one.
That was
recording.
one take. I'm telling you, YouTube.
No, I watched it.
I think
Yeah,
it's
I
called
watched
the
it.
popcorn story.
Really? What
Yeah.
was the question like? Fuck.
He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't even asked the question. They were just talking.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, you sound like
How
a
come-
crackhead being interrogated.
How come Trump hasn't? How come Trump hasn't addressed the country?
Because
Did you expect him to?
no. Listen, the art of war is not falling for people's tricks. Remember that. The art of war is letting them do and say what they want to say. Let them say Biden won. Let these yuppies fucking go paint their hair fucking purple and blue and go dance around a fucking statue for 7 fucking hours. But you'll see. We're gonna have the
Sun
last
Tzu
laugh.
over here.
Yeah.
Some people would call that denial.
150 million people have been killed since 2007 when Bernie voted to exempt the gun manufacturers from liability.
150 million people died, all right? You know, not even 150 million people voted combined. It's only
That's 'cause they all
144 million.
Yeah, from that gun.
So imagine 150 fucking million people died in 2007. This is the guy we're going to have as our president.
I don't know, man. I honestly, I don't know what's fake, what's real, but I'm looking at a bunch of these. Am I allowed to say fucking Veritas or I don't know,
I
whatever.
don't know where
Project
you get it at,
Veritas,
but don't
how they
bring
have
up
those
something
videos.
you don't have facts on. Or don't bring something on.
I have
that-
an article, bro. I'm not doing
I don't give a fuck what you have. I want to know where the article comes from, and I want to know if we can actually talk about it.
Ah.
You're going to bring... I could pull out articles. I could pull out fucking CaliforniaDolls.com, and you guys all want to rub a doll? Maybe we get a sponsor to get us one? Still looking for sponsors, right, Victor?
Post.
Still looking for them damn sponsors.
Yeah?
Well, Trump was playing golf today. That's why.
Oh, is he? Good.
Yeah, they
not
told
worried.
him on the green on the golf course.
Where'd you get that from? CNN?
Yep.
Exactly.
Daily Mail.
I didn't even have to fucking... Trump right now is probably have Ivanka
You think he
on
finished
all
the game?
fours.
Probably. It was a huge game.
I think Trump is playing
Game was huge.
Trump is playing the beta for Cold War right now.
When's that come out? I pre-ordered it.
November 14th, I think. Oh, that's coming. I want to pre-order it. I only have the time when I'm on vacation. For those of you that don't have a job and don't understand, vacation comes when you work.
That's not true.
You sure? Well, when they don't have a job, they're always on vacation. So them working is
Right.
like me being on vacation.
Right.
Yeah.
Now they're celebrating. So it says here,
Yeah.
USPS driver in Brooklyn showered in cheers for Biden's victory.
There you go.
They're thanking.
In neutral, everyone should be in uniform that had take place with the election should be neutral if they're in uniform. Out of uniform, then do whatever you want.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? What don't you know?
A lot of now that I'm telling you, I have different perspectives now. Because to me, I'm human first, right?
Are you?
How
Yeah.
dare you?
So if I'm happy about something, like I'm just gonna be happy about it.
Where are you getting at?
Because you were like, you should act, professionally.
If you are in
and neutral
uniform,
when you're in uniform.
and you're a yeah, why not? Oh, so you want a cop or a firefighter to really talk politics to other people, and that's not professional. Because this person could save your life, and now because they might see the opposite of you, you get to think that they'll be like, oh, well, you
I
wouldn't
don't
save my
judge
life
people by what they say.
I know you don't. You're fucking normal. But we're talking about 75% of the morons in the United States.
So if there's a cop that's saving his life for people that's sacrificing and risking his life for everyone equally, then I don't give a fuck who he votes for. Like, no.
Yeah, but you're a decent. I don't know. You're making my head hurt today, Jack. I gotta.
Hey, we're having a pretty serious episode.
Are we? Because he's saying things, but it's just a thing. You don't come with like facts or anything. I don't know. Like
you want me to come with facts, but then
well, I mean, you're gonna bring up an article, but you didn't fact check it. I don't listen.
It was the New York Post. You want me to fact check the New York Post too?
Yeah.
A lot of bullshit out there, no doubt.
I hit my mic stand.
Good for you.
I don't know how to hog tie people. What would I hog tie?
That's a fact.
Oh, man. I don't know.
All right. Maybe we'll skip. I think we talked about the elections long enough. Yeah.
I'm burnt out on news.
Victor, you got anything else? Forget about news. This was news. This was the biggest news. Let's see. What do I got here? Oh, California guidelines and Thanksgiving. Anyone know that or no?
No.
All right, so here are the guidelines for California Christmas and Thanksgiving gatherings. No more than 3 households, including your own, may gather. No host of gathering must collect all... Wait. The host of gathering must collect all of the names and addresses of those attending. All gatherings must be held outside.
Who are you inviting to your house that you don't know where they live?
Yeah, hold on. All gatherings... Yeah. All gatherings must be held outside. You can go to the bathroom inside if the bathroom is frequently sanitized. You are allowed to gather in an open park, 3 households only, but no concurrent gatherings like with people you know in the same park. All seatings must be socially distanced. All food must be in single-serve disposable dishes. You must wear a mask at all times unless you are eating. You can only gather for 2 hours maximum. Singing is discouraged, but if you must sing, you must wear a mask and sing. Wow. Just take the F out of fun. But let me tell you something.
Oh, God.
If you ban any of these, California said they will lock you up and go to jail. But what they don't tell you is that A, they can't enforce these, and B, they're letting people out of jail because of COVID.
Yeah.
So where the fuck are you going with this?
Yeah, no. They just changed it up. Then they bring them, the ones that go into jail and get COVID, they bring them into the nursing homes.
Yes, and kill them.
Yes. And then...
Yes.
Then they let them back out, and then the cycle continues. That's crazy.
Oh, I love it. I wrote notes, and Jack, instead of writing underneath my notes, he wrote on top of my notes. That's why I'm a little searching over here.
Poor baby.
Jack always does it.
Poor baby.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And he writes it in blue, too. My color's blue. Yours is like orange.
Did you did you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning thinking one of my brothers were fucking dead?
That's your fault.
Oh, okay.
I would have called you if I had a family member who died.
Okay.
All right, I don't even know where my notes went. I have learned to speak Chinese. It's coming. You wrote that? I didn't write that. For real, look, my notes got deleted because this jerk off.
Oh, I wrote that. Learn to speak Chinese.
I know you wrote that. I didn't write that.
He's so mad.
You moron. Get out of here.
That was my warning.
Listen,
Ni hao.
if I write notes right underneath mine, I gotta look at my notes, or I don't know, make your own fucking book.
I'm so upset.
What's worse,
I look
COVID-19?
like a missionary with this beard.
I think it's coming in pretty nice, man.
How dare you?
It's long. It's like Brillo.
It's like I don't know. If I could cast you as something, it would be like I don't know.
A missionary.
A missionary,
right? I got that Middle Eastern skin tone.
It works.
Yeah.
It
I
works.
could definitely walk around with sandals.
You're the sniper guy from Call of Duty.
I still think he looks like David Blaine, man.
A little bit. I see it. Now I see it.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier, I wasn't really sure.
I watched that whole David Blaine balloon thing.
I still gotta watch the ending. I didn't, dude.
Pretty terrible, actually.
The documentary was what? The documentary was
floating
what?
in the air with balloons.
Yeah, the documentary is what, 2.5 hours long. I mean, you gotta admit the best part was the technical part, like how they manipulated the balloons and the tech part and the computer. That's pretty dope. But I didn't get to see this fucking
really
idiot fly over.
This fucking guy floating around balloons for no reason.
Anything on Netflix?
No,
Yes,
nothing.
Hyperdrive. Oh my god.
Oh god. What hentai episode you gotta get us to
No,
watch?
clown. Fucking dude. Hyperdrive. It's a competition for driving cars like supercars, bro.
Oh, I saw that.
Dude, it's so dope. Did you watch the knockout rounds? It's a drift contest. You got some fucking pepperoni nipples, bro.
Do I?
For those at home, is getting.
Thank God your Fredo Wi-Fi kicked in. We didn't hear a word you said.
No, Drive is like Hot Wheels. Like they put in a whole bunch of crazy shit and they make people do it in their own cars too.
Yeah,
like it's not like they even hook them up. The cars are hooked up, but the show doesn't hook them up with cars to do the tricks in.
Yeah, they bring their personal cars.
Word.
Yeah. And it's dope, dude. They got these. I'm up to the quality.
Come on, man.
At the very end, the knockout rounds. It's getting intense.
I like that. What's that show? Fuck. It's with the swords. People make the swords forged in fire. Oh my god. There's gotta be a good little fan base on that. That shit's awesome.
I like it. I don't watch it religiously, but I like it.
All right, guys. Anything?
I think I'm
good.
Electioned out.
I'm electioned out. I'm gonna try to have this up and running just so I could, because a lot of people been actually into the elections. So I guess maybe this episode could clear some things. Hopefully, we'll see.
Or maybe we just fuck things up even more. Who knows?
Hey, for us, it's a win-win as long as someone listens.
As long as someone's listening,
I don't give a fuck. All right, so no Jack news today because obviously I guess we pretty much talked about the topic of today, and it is November 7th, so...
And I did throw in a little Johnny Depp there for everybody. So
when did you throw...
Depp news.
I didn't hear no Johnny Depp. You mentioned something about Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
See, that's how much I give a shit about what you say because I didn't fucking listen. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, it's important shit.
What was it? I want to hear it again.
He got fired from Warner Brothers. Now he's no longer in any of those shows.
Who
but
gives a fuck?
Because Amber Heard won, she won the court.
Fuck her.
Proceedings.
Clap for that, you stupid bastard.
Yeah.
So he talks to our military like shit. He talks to our country like shit. I'm gonna end it on this note.
He's our president.
Whoever wins. But there was a saying, right? There was a saying that if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But if you teach a man how to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Right?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
I felt like Trump is the guy that was going to lead us into teaching us. And we were all going to end up in good, perspective ways, businesses. We're blooming, whether you agree or not. Everything was good, but I think Biden is the person who's just going to feed you the fish and leave, and you get fed for the day, and that's it.
That's all right. For the next 4 years.
Not confirmed
that's
yet. Not confirmed yet. I can't wait. I'm hoping we do a show when all that was, because I'm going to just fucking blow up. I don't know. I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Like I want to rent a room in Williamsburg and film the show there. And I want to fly you down. And I want to light all fireworks off the roof that are red, white, and blue.
Nice. Just do them all.
And then at the end of the show, we can pull the fucking rope and a Trump flag comes down this fucking 14-story building. That'll cost me what, about $20,000?
Oh.
Yeah.
Stop.
We'll just do it illegally. Who cares?
Yeah.
Tell a man that to
So
stop
much cheaper that
fucking
way.
painting some flag on some cheap material that's about 100 feet by 40.
Yeah.
All right.
The fines will cost less than the permits. So just that's...
Yeah. All right, we're gonna. That took me a second. All right, Jack, you got anything?
No, just thank you very much, and thank you for listening. And I love you guys. Have a good rest of your weekend.
Victor, nothing as usual?
Nothing as usual.
There you go.
God bless America.
God bless America.
God bless Biden.
UnFollowVic, episode 23. The election episode. I started naming those episodes, by the way.
I like what you've done.
Yeah, nice. Instagram, UnFollowVic, YouTube, Spotify. That's pretty much it. Fuck Apple. This is episode. Peace.